In March of this year, Abby and I took our first road trip as a married couple, just the two of us. It was spring break, and we had exactly 7 days before we needed to be back in town for a friend's wedding. After a long Arkansas winter, spending many days inside to hide out the cold and rain, we had some requirements for this trip. We needed to go somewhere warm, preferably with mountains and wide horizon views to make us feel small. Abby and I agreed pretty quickly on our ultimate destination, Arizona. It just made sense. We got engaged in New Mexico a year ago and wanted to keep traveling west. Abby had actually visited Arizona 5 years ago, spending a few days sightseeing, and I'd passed through Arizona a year before her on a West Coast road trip. I went with two friends, and it completely transformed my view of the kind of travels that are possible. Having already had a brief taste of the state, we wanted to discover the many sights still yet unseen. It was day 2, and we had time to kill before meeting up with a friend that evening. We drove to Flagstaff and walked around the park, taking advantage of all the strange exercise equipment scattered along the trail. After the 15-hour drive, it was safe to say that our bodies could use the movement.
Blown away through this violet gaze, I see my home, I see my home. The scared charade, 'cause we are all afraid of growing old, So let's run around the desert. We can taste.
It's true that detours abound on a proper road trip. This one included meeting up with our friend Megan, also known as Alchemist. I hiked with her several years ago on the Pacific Crest Trail and recently saw her with the Trail family in Arkansas when Abby and I got married. She took us climbing at one of the local crags, and we spent the afternoon appreciating the scenery from the top of a rock face. Adding to the sense of adventure, we car camped nearly every night of the trip in the back of Abby's Subaru. During the winter, we built a platform to be able to sleep in the back. Although we had little space and a tedious setup each night, watching the movement of stars through the sunroof as we fell asleep made it all worth it. We crammed our days full of driving, trails, parks, and viewpoints, occasionally wandering off path in hopes of discovering more isolated beauties. We swam in frigid creeks below towering monuments until the sun set and it was time to find a place to sleep for the night. There's something magical about pulling up to a campsite late at night as it's hidden in darkness and then waking to a view you've never seen before. I find it interesting how a new landscape can make the most ordinary moments feel special. We ate our cereal and poured coffees as we sat on the rocks overlooking the reservoir on a still morning. Something I've learned through these travels is to make every effort to take in a place fully. This could very easily be the only time that we'll be here in our limited lives. I wanted to soak in every sight, sound, and experience into my mind so that this place holds a feeling within me forever. If I'm honest, worries crept in leading up to this trip. I was only just beginning to feel more like myself since navigating mental illness for the past year. I wondered a lot, but at the end of the day, Abby was always there. I think the desert is a subtle reminder that there's beauty to be found in even the most challenging of conditions.
Camaraderies and critics who prophesize with pen. Keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. Don't speak too soon, for the wheels still spin. There's no telling who that is naming. The times they are changing.